of no mixing between the higher realms and the bloods, and the inner earth and the outer earth again. But we know there's always been other groups and other patterns and other people. And the sons of Adam continue to go on a pattern. And we get to the time of Abraham. And the people, other than Abraham, are already lost in pagan rituals. And we said that after Noah again, civilizations came and established themselves on the earth. Beings from the higher realms have come to this world, come looking to this world, coming from various places of the stars, humans and other kinds. And we know that even the dark ones have been sent into duality and have been sent onto this earth. Some that we see in physical manifestations, and for a long time, most of them we have not seen. We only have tales of the ancients, asatir al-awwalin, myths and folklore of a strange time. You don't believe any of that nonsense, do you? Aren't you a modern civilized person who's been educated in modern society? Or is what we have from the Quran and Sunnah that which enlightens and elucidates everything in the past and all that will come, even in the future? So in this pattern of 7, we watch the trail of blood, and we see that even from the time of Adam, the truth is something strange. That relationships between various races of different realms have always mixed at different times, and there's been ebbs and flows where the mixing has been so great even after the time of Noah. And there's been times, like after, signs were clearly given that a clear person was upon the truth, like Abraham, who it is said that he was the whole foundation of the family. He was the Ummah. He was our bloodline. He was the embodiment of our faith. And even on a soul level, we say he is our father from the highest realm. Ooh, this is a strange story from the levels of the heavens, that Abraham becomes established as a pillar of faith, and his blood becomes a sacred mark for the rest of the story. And the children of Israel, from the tribes of Jacob and those who followed Moses, do whatever they can to protect the blood. And they do whatever they can to not mix with the others. Did the children of Israel believe some of the strange stories? Oh yes, they'll say, we've seen things with our own eyes before the time of Moses and what occurred in the houses of Pharaoh. Oh, we might have been slaves and living in places of bondage at the time of Moses, but we saw stuff. We saw some strange things, and there are beings like you do not understand. Oh, the rabbis will tell you. Oh, do not mix the blood, O children of Israel, they will warn you. Oh, but the children of Israel, do they not heed? They do not. Like all the sons of Adam, they forget. They think they're tales of their forefathers. It has to be nonsense. Seriously? The rabbi's telling me that there's weird, wild stuff like alien supernatural beings at the time of Moses. Ooh, at the time of David, there was weird bloodlines of Gog and Magog and Goliath and strange heathen creatures. You don't want to mix your blood. Ooh, the children of Israel. We talked about some of the things that were kept amongst those who understood the truth from the followers of Moses. We see those who followed our brother Moses. Who are they? They're our family. Our family is one. But slowly, even amongst the tribes, they started to forget the tales. And blood keeps getting mixed. No matter what you do, the blood keeps getting mixed. pop culture, right? We said, is it hard? Right? This concept of 7, even for pop culture. Now we're talking about something that's kind of funny. We're talking about this concept of going through physical stages of manifestation. That even it has negative consequences. That sometimes, you know, even those of us who are married, you get to a point in your life and your relationship starts to bug you. I mean, you're married, you've got a wife. You're married, you've got a husband, and after a few years, certain things start to annoy you, right? You start something just bothers you, you just can't help it. After about 7 years, you just start to itch, right? It's just like, the 7-year itch. What is the 7-year itch? Well, all of you know from pop culture, if we're going to talk about pop culture, we're going to talk about marriage and relationships. Who is the beautiful, blonde, not even true blonde, buxom beauty of the American pop culture? Marilyn Monroe, right? Norma Jean, standing where? Over the grates as the subway goes by with the white dress, covering herself, protecting her chastity. In the movie, promoting the 7-year itch. A concept where we say that at 7 years, after 7 years of marriage, you get to a point where your relationship has to get to another level, where you're tested at a very high level, where your relationship is tested to the 7-year itch. It's a 7-point negative test, where you could possibly lose the foundation of the family, of protecting your bloodline, of protecting the sanctity of marriage. We know from Islam that the worst thing that the others do to try and deceive you is to break up your relationships, to break up the family ties, to ruin the bonds of kinship, to make you forget who your family is, to separate a husband and a wife. Right? Oh, followers of Solomon, right? Harut and Marut. Was Solomon a disbeliever in the ways, or was he a believer? No, Solomon was a believer. He wasn't of those who practiced what caused conflict and discord and separated a husband from his wife. And so when we say that image is in the 7-year itch, where Marilyn Monroe is depicting the story in this movie of how you get to a point in your relationship, a level 7 test, where if you don't pass it, your family can be destroyed. That the hardest level of the bond of marriage is that level, the test of breaking up your family. The others, the demons, the evil ones try to destroy you and whisper to you and cause you to doubt your relationships. The 7-year itch, Marilyn Monroe, the icon of American pop culture, that image, yes, on behalf of the Sunnah of Muhammad, we confirm that. That's confirming our Sunnah. Right? Like I said, I confirm for you from Islam what you think is never confirmable. Right? I take the strangest stories and tell you, yes, Islam confirms this patterning is true. Marilyn Monroe and the 7-year itch, yes, an Islamic pattern. Right? You have to understand the deepness of the story at a different level, so that even when you see what you think is dark, if you look deeper, there is always truth of light in everything that exists on every level. Because not just this earth, not just this matrix, not just this illusion, not just this dimension, not just this reality, but all the other earths, and all the other imaginations, and all the other realms, and all the other dreams, and all the other heavens, and all the other skies are the perfection of all that is, and we worship the Creator